Hey guys, welcome back to Ashley's Homestead Adventures. We are in the farm kitchen this evening. It is evening time and we are going to start a batch of sourdough discard bread. We're going to do just the regular sourdough white discard bread, and we're going to do it in the form of mini loaves. I've got an order for mini loaves of it, so we're going to go ahead and get those done tonight. So at the very least, we're going to get those started right now. There you go. There is the recipe. Oh. In case you want to screenshot it. 100 grams of sourdough discard. And discard is just what you discard when you feed your sourdough starter. You usually discard at least half of it, and that is what this is. It's just unfed starter. $500 grams of all-purpose flour or bread flour. We'll put that on the mixer, the dough hook, and let it go for about 30 seconds or until it forms a shaggy dough. Meantime, I'm going to refill my jar. Okay, here is what she looks like. Just like that. And we'll cover her up and let her sit for about 30 minutes. In the meantime, we are going to come outside and get some planting done. But first, I want to show you something really exciting. Look at the figs on little Miss Figgy. And Mr. Wonderful was so kind to go and get me 5 more little Miss Figgies. So we are going to have an abundance of figs this year. Okay, I got distracted doing a little bit of weeding and our alarm went off for our bread. So we're going to go ahead and add everything else in the recipe to the bread so that it can continue doing its process. $60 grams of butter, which I think is going to be this whole thing, but whoa, I guess not. 20 grams of sugar. 10 grams of salt. 7 grams of yeast. Back in the stand mixer, lock it, 6 minutes. Okay, I have some red and purple petunias left over from doing the hanging baskets for the gondola, which update on those. They are doing lovely. All 4 of them are doing really, really well. So we're gonna go ahead and pop those petunias in to this little wheelbarrow that I have here. Pop out all the weeds that I find here real quick, and then we will pop a whole bunch. I'm just gonna load this thing up with those extra petunias, and that will pull your eye it'll blend everything in, so it'll help pull your eye to the hanging baskets and tie in at the front of the porch here. I don't know exactly how many. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna fit in here, but I am gonna pack it pretty full. We just got 4 inches of rain, so I'm not going to water these in. That soil is very, very moist. Okay, just going to stop that, wash my hands. All right, and there we go. Okay, next is this fountain, and this fountain was my grandmother's, and last summer it sprung a leak that we can't fix. It's like internal, and it's just, we couldn't fix it, and it's old. I mean, I remember when my grandma bought it, and that was probably 15 to 20 years ago. It was a long time ago. So I am going to plant it up. I don't want to get rid of it. It's beautiful. It sits right next to my door, and so I'm going to go ahead and put some of those petunias in here along with this plant that I got from a friend of mine. So I went and got some compost, and I'm going to fill this up with compost. Put this guy right in the middle. He's been in this styrofoam cup since fall. And right there. These are looking pretty sad. They've been sitting out getting hammered by the rain, so they will bounce back though. I'm gonna plant them kind of facing to where they're encouraged to spill. These are wave petunias, so they are trailers, and that's what I want them to do. I want them to fall over the side of this planter. This is also proof that you can turn anything you want to into a planter, you guys. Whatever makes your hearts happy. Okay, now I have a couple of white. So these were hanging baskets at one point, and I took the flowers out of them, and so now I'm going to use them for these petunias. And they're going to become table pots, and I'm going to place them on the tables in my gondola, again to match the hanging baskets that are hanging outside the gondola. It's a good worm. Whenever I see a worm in a plant that comes from a nursery, I always pull it out and make sure that it isn't a hammer worm. They have a hammerhead. They're an invasive species from across seas, and they're very bad. They kill our earthworms, and so I always double check when I see a worm. Okay, I'm gonna go wash my hands because I don't want to grab these white pots with these hands. There. Next, I have my barrels in front of my garage, and this is what I have left in flowers that I've bought for this project, and I need to clean them up a little bit because again they've been sitting here kind of waiting on me, getting hammered by the rain. But we've got some lilies, and these lilies are in yellow and pink, and there's some zinnias in yellow and pink. There's some yellow petunias, and then pink and white. I think these are impatiens. I want to make sure though. I get vincas and impatiens mixed up. Yeah, impatiens. So that's what I have for here, and we will get these in these 6 pots. I wonder if there's a strawberry snack. Not today. I filled these pots a couple weeks ago. I got them topped off with fresh new compost with the intentions of getting them planted up, and I didn't get it done. So that is fresh new compost in them, and I'm just gonna set you guys down and get these planted. All right. Now these were blooming when I got them, and I was going to try to match them with their zinnias that were kind of the same color, but now I don't remember which one's which, so we're just gonna wing it. The lilies and the zinnias are kind of like the shower, they're the centerpiece, and then the petunias are my spiller. They're the ones that'll come over the side, and the impatiens are my filler. They're gonna be the bulk of the barrels of the pot, the container, and you know, fill up the blank spaces. And again, I'm going to plant these very thick. I'm going to move on to the side ones. Okay, there they are. Everybody all potted up. And again, I'm not gonna water because we just got 4 inches of rain. Everything is very, very saturated. And I did them identical on each side. So now, once again, I just have to decide what I'm going to do with what's left. All right, my alarm went off for the bread. Wash my hands real good here. There it is. Now I basically just want to divide it into 3 pieces that weigh 328. Trying not to, that one's going to be heavy, 343, 263. Trying not to, you know, squish them too bad. 303, 302. Okay. So now I'll just gently flatten them out to about the width of the pan. This is a very rustic loaf. No muss, no fuss. There we go. Cover them up for an hour. And after an hour, I'm going to uncover those, preheat the oven to 350, and I'm going to bake those for 20 minutes. It took me a second to remember how long I baked the mini loaves. They bake at 350 for 20 minutes, but I'm gonna let you guys go right here. I'm gonna go get my horses in and catch you guys on the next video. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today. It means a lot. Yours truly.